Tactical military gear isn't just a tough kit you throw on and call it a day. Every piece actually matters because the wrong choice can slow you down when it counts. To us, the best setups aren't just about looking rugged. They're about gear that works under pressure, holds up in the elements, and keeps you ready for anything. So today, we'll show you 25 incredible tactical military gear and gadgets you should consider. Updated price and purchase links are provided in the description for your convenience. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let's begin.
Finding the right holster for your handgun can honestly drive you crazy, especially if you own a less common model that doesn't get much love from most holster brands. That's exactly where the Blackhawk TecGrip FormLok comes in. It's not just another universal fit. It actually molds perfectly to your firearm. The secret lies in its memory-lock thermoformable core. You just heat it up in boiling water, press it around your gun, and once it cools, it locks into shape like a custom Kydex holster. But the best part is it doesn't even need clips or loops to stay in place. The TecGrip exterior literally clings to your body and clothing, giving you secure, inside-the-waistband carry with zero hardware. Inside, there's a friction-resistant polyester liner that lets your pistol slide out smoothly every time you draw. It's also ambidextrous and comes with a low-profile shirt guard, so you can carry it left or right, appendix or hip, whatever works for you. Now, it can take a little trial and error to get that molding just right, but once you do, the fit feels solid. For about $50, this thing gives you the comfort, retention, and reliability of holsters that cost way more. Range day can either run like clockwork or turn into a chaotic scramble, and the Magpul Daka range bag is built to make it the former. Magpul took a less-is-more approach. No endless tiny pockets, just tough materials and a layout that actually matters. It uses Daka grit and Dura nylon, fabrics that are genuinely rugged yet surprisingly light. The main compartment swallows multiple firearms and accessories without feeling bulky, and the dedicated AR magazine straps and pistol pouches keep your ammo organized and instantly accessible when you need it. What really sets this bag apart is durability and weather resistance. The welded seams and weatherproof construction mean your gear stays dry during sloppy outdoor sessions. People like that, it holds heavy loads without sagging and handles rough handling day after day. Now, if you love dozens of little zippered cubbies for every oddball item, you might miss that level of internal organization. But for shooters who value quick access, simple packing, and long-term toughness, the Daka system is brilliant. It trusts the essentials: space, smart magazine placement, and tough fabrics, so you spend less time digging and more time shooting. It's a range bag that just works. Here, the Safariland Incog X, a collaboration with Haley Strategic, aims to blend a precisely molded shell with a soft, skin-friendly interior. The Wartorn shell is wrapped in micro suede, so the side against your skin feels gentle. It ships with 3 sizes of concealment clip strut shims, so you can dial in how the holster rides for better concealment and a cleaner profile. This design supports both micro and full-size red dot optics and uses passive retention around the trigger guard and ejection port to keep your pistol secure without adding bulk. There's an optional magazine caddy with adjustable tension, so your spare sits exactly how you want. Over-the-belt polymer clips lock in place by sliding down over the belt and use a flexing finger tab to make attachment and removal quick and intuitive. Some users find it stiff at first, but most report it breaks in and becomes extremely comfortable. Plus, it packs premium features you normally see on pricier holsters. So, if you want an adjustable, comfortable concealment solution that doesn't compromise on function, this is one to check out. When one optic has to do everything, you want one that gets it right. Meet the MVO, a 1-to-8 power LPVO built for fast close work and sensible mid-range shooting. It starts with premium shot glass and broadband anti-reflection coatings, so the view stays sharp from 1x to 8x. At 1x, the illuminated CQB circle behaves like a red dot for lightning-fast target acquisition. Twist the magnification up and the M1 MIL reticle gives you MRAD stadia lines, plus a clean speed ring for quick aiming. Plus, you get red or green illumination with daylight and night vision compatible modes, so the reticle adapts to whatever light you're in. The 34mm tube and locking turrets are built to hold 0 under hard use, and about 3.7 inches of eye relief helps prevent scope bite when you're moving fast. A throw lever and flip-up lens caps make operation quick and convenient, and users report solid, reliable tracking. Well, some shooters find the reticle busy at the top end of magnification, but many like the balance between close quarters speed and mid-range precision. At roughly 25.3 ounces and about 600 hours of battery life on medium illumination, the MVO is a tough, long-running choice for tactical, competition, or weekend range use. When you need a flashlight that doubles as a true tactical tool, the Brinyte PT16A is surprisingly capable. Compact but powerful, it pushes up to 3,000 lumens and throws a beam out to roughly 458 meters, all powered by an included 21,700 battery with USB-C charging, so you get serious output and easy recharging. The control scheme suits tactical use. Dual tail buttons give instant full output or strobe, a smaller button provides quick strobe access, and the side switch gives full mode control when unlocked. The light also locks automatically after about a minute to prevent accidental activation. Now, build quality draws consistent praise with a premium feel and robust construction that often rivals lights twice the price. The kit usually includes Picatinny mounts and a remote switch option so you can run it handheld or on a rifle. Functional touches like aggressive knurling and a glassbreaker bezel add real utility, though the recessed tail cap prevents stable tail standing. For around $150 for the full tactical kit, you get high lumen output, impressive throw, solid runtime, and useful accessories, making it a go-to for anyone who wants a rugged, reliable light that can handle serious work. After a multi-tool, you may want a plate carrier that matches its balance of security, comfort, and tactical efficiency, which brings us to the next piece. The TYR Pico MVW-DSX is a modern plate carrier built for mobility, protection, and mission flexibility. Designed with high-quality materials, it adapts to virtually any operation while keeping the operator comfortable and well-protected. A quick-release tactic buckle system allows one-handed donning and doffing, saving valuable seconds in the field. The carrier is constructed with flame-retardant, treated padded spacer mesh and a slotted poly mesh cummerbund to improve breathability and reduce moisture buildup during extended wear. It also features internal plate retention straps, a patented ballistic framework for added structural integrity, and durable PV materials for longevity. On the front, a maul flap provides attachment points, while low-profile shoulder pads enhance comfort. Additional features include hydration tabs and a reinforced drag handle. While the carrier is highly versatile and protective, some users note that it may feel bulky at first, especially when fully loaded. Now, let's take a quick look at the Viktos Taculus MX chest rig, which is designed for situations where you need quick access to ammunition, but don't require the bulk of a full plate carrier. Developed and tested by US veterans, this chest rig strikes a balance between tactical functionality and comfort. Its frame is built from water-resistant 500D nylon, offering durability and protection. On the front, you'll find 3 dedicated rifle magazine pockets, compatible with AR-15, AK-47, or AR-10 magazines. A removable insert converts part of the rig into a dual pistol or submachine gun magazine holder, giving you flexibility for different loadouts. A detachable belly pouch panel even lets you display a 3x7-inch unit badge if needed. Comfort isn't an afterthought here. The adjustable 4-point chest harness comes with cushioning and magnetic quick-release fasteners, allowing you to tailor fit for extended wear. While the hook and loop back panel allows attachment to compatible plate carriers, doing so can reduce breathability compared to wearing the rig standalone. Overall, it's a rugged, versatile solution for tactical operators who need speed, modularity, and comfort in one package. The next one, which comes straight from the mind of survivalist E.J. Skullcrusher Snyder. So we're talking about the Skullcrusher's Extreme Sidekick, or SXS. Built on E.J.'s real-world experience in both combat and wilderness survival, this knife was made to deliver maximum performance in a compact package. The blade measures 5.25 inches with an overall length of a bit over 10 inches. It is crafted from 1095 carbon steel, one of the most proven survival steels, offering a mix of edge retention, toughness, and ease of sharpening. A black traction coating protects it from rust and glare. The handle is linen micarta, known for being grippy, durable, and dependable even when wet. What makes this unique is its philosophy. Instead of being oversized like many survival knives, it compresses all that capability into a manageable form. It is big enough for chopping and slicing tasks, but small enough for everyday field carry. That balance makes it useful not just in wilderness situations, but also in tactical applications where reliability can mean the difference between life and death. Alright, reflex sights are everywhere these days, but not all of them can actually handle real-world law enforcement or tactical use. The Aimpoint Duty RDS MR is built for that kind of demand. It's compact, rugged, and honestly pretty smart with its multi-reticle system. You get 3 options: a 2 MOA dot for precision, a 65 MOA circle for fast aiming, or both together if you want the best of both worlds. Basically, it lets you switch between close-range speed and distance accuracy without swapping optics. And the push buttons let you adjust brightness without fiddling or accidentally changing settings in the middle of a mission. The flush-mounted design helps with that too. Battery life is insane. 30,000 hours on one battery at setting 7. So realistically, you could run it constantly for over 3 years. There's also 1 off position, 4 night vision compatible settings, and 8 daylight settings. It's lightweight at just under 4 ounces. Plus, it even has instant on-motion activation, so it's ready to go as soon as you pick it up. Well, it's not a small budget optic, it's designed for serious duty. Belts aren't usually the flashy part of your kit, but a bad one can make everything else feel uncomfortable. The HRT ARC Belt 2.0 is designed to be low profile but still super rigid under load. At the core, it's got a precision-contoured curved composite polymer, laser cut for strength without the bulk. That means minimal sag, even when you're running pouches, tools, or other gear on it. The outer 2-inch laser-cut Cordura covering is fully MOLLE-compatible and tough enough to handle stress without ripping. Plus, it's water-resistant, so rain or sweat won't weigh it down. They also thought about the little stuff. Built-in accessory slots let you clip gloves or small gear with carabiners, and the hook and loop system locks it to an optional inner belt for fast on-off while keeping everything stable. Honestly, it's not cheap, and if you're just doing casual range days, it might be overkill. But for high-tempo operations or anyone who wants a belt that stays rigid and modular without turning into a weight trap, the ARC 2 actually does what most belts promise but fail to deliver. Okay, most IWB holsters are bulky, but the Stinger HL1 takes a different approach. It's lightweight. And yeah, it actually stays true to that idea. The holster only covers your trigger guard, which keeps it super slim in your waistband, but still gives you safety thanks to its flip-open trigger cover. Basically, you just stick your pistol in, flip the cover, and it's secure. The standout feature is that it comes with a built-in laser sight that's surprisingly easy to use. Flip the trigger cover, and the laser turns on. Flip it back, and it's off. It's powered by 2 LR44 batteries, and you can adjust windage and elevation if you want to get it just right. It's CNC machined aluminum, designed and patented in the US, and fits most standard and compact handguns with rails. Well, it's not going to give you the padding or full coverage of a traditional holster, so if that's your thing, it might feel a little exposed. But if you're after minimal bulk, quick access, and a laser right on your gun, the HL1 actually pulls it off without overcomplicating things. Well, most multi-tools end up being a jack of all trades and master of none. Here, the Valley BV Tac 8 isn't that. It's a full-blown 8-in-1 tool, built entirely in America, and each function actually works like a standalone tool. So instead of lugging a shovel, a wrench, and a pry bar, you're carrying one piece of gear that does it all. Basically, this thing's built tough. S7 tool steel, heat-treated and tempered. So yeah, you're looking at one of the hardest-hitting multi-tools out there. Now, you can snap on extras like a shovel, pick, hoe, breaching pick, bow saw, or even a sand anchor. And with a paracord and blade cover included, it's basically mission-ready straight out of the box. At 17 inches long and about 3 pounds, it's not a pocket toy. It's meant for people who actually need it. Law enforcement, firefighters, outdoorsmen, hunters, RVers, overlanders, boaters, families, survivalists, you name it. The Tac 8 isn't about convenience. It's about always having the right tool in hand when things get serious. Well, armor only helps if your shots actually land. That's where the X4 system steps in. It takes the guesswork out of aiming by doing the math for you. Instead of juggling range estimates and wind calls in your head, this smart optic upgrade feeds you live ballistic corrections right where you need them. Here, the X4 system by a collaboration of Magpul and MAZTECH, so it basically removes that guesswork and turns your standard LPVO into something a lot smarter. Instead of buying a whole new optic, this setup lets you drop their fire control mount under your scope and pair it with the X4 LRF rangefinder. The two work together to instantly measure distance, then feed real-time ballistic corrections straight into your view. It pulls in environmental factors too, things like temperature, air pressure, and humidity. So you're not just getting a basic range reading, you're getting a firing solution built for the conditions you're in. Shooters say it's surprisingly intuitive. The ballistic data shows up clean without cluttering your glass, and you can control it all with a simple 3-button remote without ever breaking position. Now, it does add a layer of tech that some people might feel is overkill for casual range days. But for anyone competing, training, or running tactical setups, the payoff is first shot accuracy at extended ranges. Traditional tactical pants feel like stiff cardboard, built tough but struggling to move in. The UF Pro P40 Generation 3 fixes that problem, mixing rugged fabrics with stretch where it counts so you can actually run, kneel, and climb without a fight. Instead of sticking to one stiff fabric, these pants use a 3-material design, a Polyco ripstop base that breathes and dries fast, plus stretch panels placed where you need movement most. Comfort shows up in other areas too. The waist or flex system adapts to your body instead of cutting in, which makes a difference on long missions or hikes. Knee protection is also customizable. You can slide in light cushioning or go heavier with penetration-resistant pads if the situation calls for it. Now, if you're often kneeling in places where sharp objects might be lying around, like screws, nails, or bits of glass, you can upgrade your 3D knee pads with UF Pro Solid Pads. The 3D version gives you cushioning and comfort, but the solid pads add a tougher layer that stops sharp edges from poking through. So the P40. Generation 3 gives you gear-ready toughness without killing your mobility, which is exactly what most pants fail to do. Most shooting gloves give out fast. Seams rip, palms wear thin, and fingers pop open. Here, the Viktos Wartorn gloves are built to outlast that punishment, reinforced in all the weak spots so they keep up instead of falling apart. For example, the thumb area is usually the first to wear down, especially against the rough checkering on pistol grips. Here, they reinforced it with their combative leather, so it actually holds up. The trigger and middle fingers have extra stitching too, so the seams don't pop early. Even the grip is thawed out. There's silicone on every finger, which helps when you're racking a slide in the rain or with sweaty hands. And yeah, you can still use your phone or optic screen since the trigger finger and thumb are touchscreen friendly. Comfort's solid too. You get a padded mesh chassis, a synthetic suede palm for good feedback, and a polymer knuckle protector for when things get rough. Nothing fancy, just a basic glove designed by a US veteran to actually survive range days and real use without falling apart on you. Next, we've got the Blackhawk Stache. It's modular, durable, and built to adjust with you. Usually inside the waistband holsters come with a headache. You either get good concealment and suffer from comfort, or you get something comfy that prints like crazy. So, the Blackhawk Stache tries to solve that by leaning into a more modular design and tougher build. Instead of kydex that can crack if stressed, this one's made from impact-reinforced polymer, so it holds up while giving you more adjustment options. You can swap things around, ride height, cant, and even add accessories like claws or mag carriers without buying a whole new holster. Retention's handled by a friction-adjustable system, so you can dial in the draw tension without fussing with springs or complicated mechanisms. Plus, it avoids digging into you but doesn't get in the way of drawing. It's also optics ready, so if you've moved to a red dot, you're covered. Now, it's still bulkier than bare-bones holsters, so if you're laser-focused on deep concealment, it may feel like extra gear. But for most people, the balance between concealment, comfort, and durability makes it solid for daily carry. If you've ever tried cramming a full first aid kit into your gear, you know how quickly it gets bulky and awkward. The NA Rescue M-Fak basically solves that problem. It's their most compact, versatile mini first aid kit. Well, it's small, but still carries the essentials that first responders actually need for serious injuries: penetrating wounds, blast trauma, or other line-of-duty emergencies. It's built on a rugged nylon platform, and you can attach it vertically or horizontally. Mala backing for the vest, or a 3-inch belt loop if you want it on your waist. The clamshell design opens on both ends, which actually makes grabbing what you need faster, and elastic loops keep everything in place instead of rattling around. It even has a treatment pack option for basic life support. Now, it's worth noting this is half the size of their popular torque platform, so it won't hold as much gear as a full kit. But honestly, for anyone who needs something compact and actually usable under pressure, the M-Fak hits the sweet spot without turning into a bulky backpack of medical stuff. Moving over to knives, the Microtech Combat Troodon is one that pretty much set the standard for large out-the-front automatics. The name comes from the Greek word for wounding tooth. And yeah, it's a tough one. The blade is just under 4 inches long, with the whole knife measuring around 9.5 inches overall. Despite the size, it only weighs a bit over 5 ounces, thanks to some very refined engineering. Now, the handle is machined from 6061T6 aluminum, with deep texturing, so it feels secure in hand and sits comfortably during use. Inside, Microtech uses proprietary tri-wing hardware, and the deployment is incredibly smooth. Double action, so it opens and closes with the same switch. The blade steels they use are top tier too. What people love most is the balance between its substantial feel and its precision mechanics. It's large enough to give confidence in hand, yet still slim and easy to carry for what it is. Of course, the price is significant, usually starting in the $450 to $500 range. Plus, for some, the size alone is more than they'd ever need. Still, this knife earned its reputation. It even showed up in John Wick 2, which only boosted its fame. Among serious collectors and professionals, it remains the benchmark for large tactical knives. So, chest rigs usually force you to choose: carry fewer mags and stay light, or overload yourself with bulk. The HRT Recon Placard kind of fixes that balance. It's expandable, lightweight, and adjusts depending on what you need. Basically, you can run it as tight as 2 mags or stretch it out to hold 4 AR-style mags, all while keeping quick side buckle access in play. The setup is smart too. They went with a laser cut design, so you've got molly loops across the front, plus MOLLE-compatible sides and bottom for extra pouches. Plus, it comes with an elastic insert for 3 AR-15 mags, and the placard's ride height is fully adjustable. Built from laminated 500 denier cordura, it's rugged but doesn't weigh you down. You've got side loops ready for quick-release tubes and 1-inch hardware, and it even plays nice with existing modulus pouches. Overall, the Recon Placard is all about adaptability. You don't have to commit to one setup, which makes it a solid choice for anyone who needs their loadout to evolve as fast as the mission does. When you're gearing up, weight and protection are always fighting each other. Go heavy and you're safe but slow. Go light and you risk it. The Premier Body Armor Fotis 4 RF3 strikes a balance, giving you real stopping power against serious rounds. It can handle nasty rounds like M2 armor piercing or even M85-5 while still keeping the weight at a manageable under 7 pounds. That's lighter than many competitors in this protection class. Here, the build is a single curve plate and it's got an aluminum oxide strike face that's inset about ½ an inch. That little design choice matters because it helps absorb drops and bangs that would normally chip the edges. Another thing people really appreciate is the trauma mitigation. It spreads out the force of impacts and cuts down on backface deformation, something cheaper plates often ignore. Though it's not featherweight, so if you're used to super light setups, you'll definitely feel it after long hours. But compared to ceramic plates that can spider crack after a hit, the Fotis holds its structure across multiple strikes. Once your sidearms set, it makes sense to give it some light. The Nitecore NPL25 GL packs a powerful beam and a green laser into a tiny package, bright enough for long shots but small enough that your pistol still feels quick in the hand. You're looking at 900 lumens out the front, with enough throw to light up targets past 200 meters, plus a bright green laser that actually stays visible even in daytime. Here, the whole unit weighs just 74 grams, so it doesn't feel like you've hung a flashlight on your pistol. And unlike red lasers that wash out in sunlight, the 520 nanometer green beam holds its own. Operation is simple too. The ambidextrous switch layout means you don't need to relearn grip just to run it. And there are 2 brightness levels so you're not stuck blinding yourself in close quarters. Battery life is handled by a 500 mAh cell, which you can charge magnetically, and swapping it out is quick when you need to. Some shooters might not need both laser and light. It's extra complexity for casual carry. But for tactical work, training, or home defense, the combo makes sense. Plus, it's low profile enough that it usually still fits in holsters. Well, adding a light usually makes carrying awkward. That's where the Tenicor Velo Lux comes in. It's shaped to sit against your body comfortably. Appendix carry is already tricky, and once you add a weapon light, most holsters just get bulky or downright uncomfortable. The Tenicor Velo Lux tackles that by shaping itself around your body instead of just slapping plastic on a gun. The angles and curves fill those little gaps between your frame and the pistol so you don't get hot spots digging into your waist all day. Concealment's another strong point. It uses a camming bar system with 3 height options, basically rotating the grip into your body to cut down on printing. That means even full-size pistols with lights can ride close without advertising themselves. Build quality is also up there. The thermoplastic keeps it tough while still giving you that smooth draw Tenicor's known for. Also, you get plenty of adjustment too. Over an inch of ride height, generous cant range, and 3 clip positions. It's also red dot compatible and shaped so you can get a full grip every time without obstruction. Downsides? Well, it's not the cheapest option, and setup can take some tweaking until it feels just right. But once it's dialed in, even smaller-bodied users report they're comfortably carrying pistols they thought were too big for the appendix. A holster designed for real-world carry, not just theory. But a gun isn't always the answer. Sometimes you just need a tough blade you can trust, and the Backcountry Blackout V2 gives you exactly that. Strong steel, solid grip, and a sheath that's ready when you are. The blade is cryo-treated D2 steel, which holds an edge really well, and the titanium nitride coating cuts down on rust and maintenance. So whether it's camping, hunting, or tactical use, you're not babying it. Its handle is G10 with smart shaping and jimping, so it locks in whether you've got gloves on or not. Now, the sheath deserves mention too. Kydex with a thumb push release. It gives you quick, one-handed deployment. Plus, you can mount it low-ride on a belt for easy access, or switch to scout carry with tech lock if that's your style. Full tang construction means the strength is there, and the grip shape works in both standard and reverse holds. Now, it's still a decent-sized fixed blade, so if you're after ultralight minimalism, it might feel like more knife than you need. But for anyone who wants a dependable utility and defensive blade in one, the Backout nails the balance. And if you're running your pistol harder, a clear optic helps. The Vortex Defender XL gives you a huge viewing window without making the setup fragile, so you get speed and visibility at the same time. Now, big windows usually mean more distortion, but here you're looking through a hard-coated spherical lens that keeps the view natural. You also get the choice of a 5 or 8 MOA dot, depending on what works better for you. Vortex added their shock shield system, which is basically a built-in bumper to handle everyday knocks. The front is textured with what they call fast rack, which lets you rack your slide off just about anything if you need to. Battery swaps are simple with the top-load design, and runtime is solid too, about 25,000 hours at a medium setting. Plus, it shuts off automatically if you leave it sitting, then wakes up the second you move it. So overall, it's tough, clear, and easy to use. Moving on to the Nedfoss Wolf. It's built like a workhorse, sturdy steel, full tang, and a grip that feels locked in whether you're cutting rope or clearing brush. The blade is 4 inches of really sharp 7C R4 MOV stainless steel, tough enough to handle heavy use but still keeps an edge. They even added notches and saw teeth on the spine, so you can use it for cutting, sawing, or just about any little task in the wild. It's a full tang design, which means the steel goes all the way through the handle, making it feel solid and unshakable in your hand. The whole knife is about 9.5 inches long and thick enough to take a beating without bending or snapping. The handle is made from G10, which grips well even when wet, and the finger grooves help you hold it comfortably and control it better. The sheath is heavy-duty nylon and mall compatible. Well, it's not the lightest knife you'll ever carry, but it's one of those tools you can trust to get the job done. So if you need a tactical knife for emergencies, the Wolf is solid and dependable. So that was our video on the 25 incredible tactical gear and gadgets you can consider. Let us know your favorite pick in the comment section, as we'd love to hear from you. And as for everything else, don't forget to like, comment, and share. And hit the bell icon if you want more content like this on your feed.